lot of people think sometimes, and this is just coming from, an executive producer and being involved in so many projects. Some people do records, man. They just, bang them up online, and then just forget about it. 2 weeks later, they're talking about they're working on a whole new project, and they took about 2 or 3 years to put the project together. So you're doing the right thing, man. I mean, you're definitely putting in the footwork as far as, because I see you city to city, bro. You be traveling doing
I be all over the place, man. I do stuff in, I had my first show in Long Beach, and then after that I was in LA. And San Bernardino and LA didn't get along at all.
Really?
And my homeboys are like, "You're gonna go up there and get killed." I said, "For what? I'm up here, I'm trying to put my music out on the streets. I ain't gonna go up there and gang bang. I said, "You guys don't know how to do it." I said, because when I was locked up, they went out and started shit all over the damn place. And when I was locked up, I had to, get everybody together, have a meeting, and squash all that shit that they did.
That's not good for business, man.
So when I go out of town, I don't drive with a bunch of fools. I go by myself or with my brother. Or I'll take my girl with me, because when I mob in there, people will be like, "Look at this fool, he's rolling deep for a reason." You know what I mean? I don't need a bunch of people around me. That causes a bunch of negativity. I don't need all that. When I go in there, everybody looks at me, they say, "What's up, Big J?" They talk to you, I'm cool. I'm buying beers, they buying drinks. It's all cool. I don't have to worry about my homeboy, Mad Dog, his homeboy, none of that shit. That's why I leave all them over there in the neighborhood.
Man, that's a great point. So you guys heard it from the man, Big Jeff 187. I think what he was trying to say for the listeners, he's separating business from the neighborhood. And in anything we do, and I tell you this, I'm not new to that stuff. Me personally, Jeff, I grew up in the projects, man, in the local neighborhood around the block. And that's one thing I tell the newcomers coming up in the game. You can't, it's okay for you to, have your pride as far as where you come from. Don't forget where you come from, but at the same time, when you're moving units, when you're trying to move your music, you truly have to be a businessman, and you gotta focus on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, your goal is to move your units, and overall, we're here to make music, man. And that's the goal. We want to gangbang, fuck it. Let's leave the studio, let's go down the block, and let's make it happen. But I think that, what you're saying, man, and there's so much truth to that, because I see a lot of people fall off due to still want that lifestyle.
Yeah.
And then they bring that character to the studio, and it doesn't work out, man. Because people, 90% of the people that I met in the studio that put out some of the dopest West Coast gangbanging records are not gangbangers themselves.
Yeah, really.
They just got a good ear for the sound.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when they bring in that environment and they bring in that gangbanging shit, bro, you got like producers, engineers saying, "Fuck, bro." I mean, we're putting together a record, entertainment. I mean, I kind of don't want to be around in some, it's just an environment where it's almost like taking it back to the death row days, bro. Everybody was getting beat up that wasn't dropping verses in a timely manner.
Yep.
But then again, under pressure, sometimes you work the best. It's crazy though, bro. But I think that you're right on point when you say sometimes, man, you gotta just definitely, focus on yourself, because sometimes, when you're trying to really help out a group of people, man, it's difficult because everybody has different views.
Yep.
What's your take on that, man? As far as investing in yourself, as far as focusing on the music more than anything?
Well, you know what? I just like you said, you got to do it your own self. You can't hire nobody to promote you or, do stuff. Well, you got to go out there and do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, I try to push that CD. I go into stores. I say, "Hey, how can I get my CD in your store?" Well, you got to go online. You got to go to contact us. You got to fill out this form, see how much you're going to sell your CD for. And, we're going to take a little percentage off. I don't give a damn. They take $3 off for $10.99. They take $3. That's cool. As long as it's in the store, that's all that matters to me. A lot of people say, "Hey, get your CD in the stores." I went out there, hustle. I talk to people. I go to the store person. I talk to the director of the store, whoever's running the damn place, and say, "Hey, look, I want my CD right there on that shelf. How do I get it there?" Well, you go online. They tell me the whole process, what to do. I write everything down. I have a notebook with me. I write everything down when they're telling me. When I go back home, I do all that.
And that goes for all your viewers. Even though he comes from a neighborhood and he's repping a West Coast gangbang affiliation background, he still got the business savvy to get his music in the stores, to do his research, and for him to keep it official and keep it business. And that's something that I think that it reminds me, man, of Eazy-E. You know what I mean? He was from the block, but at the same time, he could definitely, go into the office and say, okay, what we're gonna do with the record? We have it. We gotta make sure we place it on all these music stores. So I think that, you're right on point, man. That makes a lot of sense.
Oh yeah.
You got the music. What you gonna do with it now? You gotta find ways now to place it in music stores and to put it in people's hands so they can go ahead and listen to it, man. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, like, a couple of guys from my group, like Little Homeboy, he came out of, they call him Little Daydreamer now, but he came out of Teenager Records with Payaso now. And then I talked to Payaso because he didn't want to be with them no more because they weren't doing nothing with him. And he had some nice lyrics, so I was like, I talked to him up in Whittier and I told him, hey, look, he wants to be with Corporate Policy. What's up with that? You guys cool with that? He's like, yeah, Big Jeff, go ahead, because, we don't got time, really. He's a good kid. I said, yeah, he is. All right, so we took him under our wing. We put him on that Corporate Policy track. And then we started doing all kind of music with him. So he wanted his CD out right then and there when mine came out. And I told him, look, you got to be patient. One member of the group at a time. We can't push all these CDs because everybody's going to be like, okay, let's go after this one. Let's go after that one. Focus on one. And once we burn that one out, then we pull yours out. Introduce them to you. Let that ride for a few years. When that one runs out, then we bring the other one out. So then everybody's having CDs coming out back to back. That way everybody's looking at it like, oh, they're putting out CDs left and right.
That's the game plan.
You got to have a game plan.
Them youngsters, man, I'm telling you, I'm 35 years old. You know what I mean? I've been in it for 15 years, and I tell you this. It sounds like the man got a plan, and he's sticking to it. And that's how you do it. Sometimes, let's talk about investing in yourself, and let's talk about expenses. Sometimes folks don't understand. For you to create a CD, for you to press it, for you to graph it together and put it together, for you to engineer it, record it, mix it, master it, pay for the beats, pay for the features, it's an expense. Once you put that money on the CD and you go ahead and get 1,000 press, you get 5,000 press, sometimes you get the youngsters asking you, well, when's my CD gonna come out? And he's only dropped 16 bars on your album, and he's thinking he wants Dre to come down already and make a beat for him. Sometimes you gotta understand that if the man got a project out already, everybody gotta support that project. They gotta get behind it and they gotta push it. Because that's how that person, in my opinion, shows that true loyalty to that artist. Once that artist, the main artist, like Jeff 187, sees that little homies are getting it together and they're bringing it to him, then you start seeing, okay, this person put on so many works, so many independent records by hustling them. Maybe if we get that project together, that's going to be the one we want to push. Because he shows the motivation, the hunger, the loyalty, and most important, the heart to want to go ahead and get involved and want to produce his own record. So, man, that's what I've been preaching, Jeff, since day one, that sometimes you can't hand it to the individual. They're going to have to earn it.
Yeah, that's right.
They're going to have to earn that spot. They're going to have to earn that status. It's almost, I put a post today on Facebook that stated, you know what, in order for you to sit on that throne, you got to do the work and you got to earn it. You can't just be crowned for no reason. So I think the way you're doing things, man, is definitely inspiring, because the youngsters need to definitely, man, the way you're mentoring them is the right way.
Yeah, I tell little homeboy, he's a little young cat, he's 19 years old. I tell him, look, you already finished school. I said, you need to get a job, anything, just to get some kind of income in, because it's going to cost some money to get your CD pressed up. I'll help you, I'll pay for half of it, but you have to come with the other half. I said, you got to think about what you're going to do, where you're going to put it at, what stores. You're just going to have it sitting at home, stacked in boxes in your closet, or you plan on pushing it in the street, You can go out in the street and push it like you're selling drugs, but you ain't selling drugs, you're selling CDs. Look at it like that. Go to somebody's high school, some of these girls that like you. Get a little group together. Have them sling them for you. Give them a little profit, you know what I'm saying? Put some money in their pocket. If somebody has $60, $70 in their pocket or $100, well, then have nothing. For selling 10 CDs, hey, they're going to be coming to you all the time. Give me 10 more. They're going to want, they're going to want to make some money too. So I tell them, that's what you got to do, man. Just go out there and hustle. Hustle hard. You ain't trying to get, $1 million or nothing out of it, but you're trying to put your music out there where everybody hears it. Even at the Rip It Up Rap Fest they had in San Bernardino, I got invited there. I got there. I never did a show in San Bernardino, my hometown. I got there. I thought I was gonna come on first. The Mike C, the producer of Miracle West Entertainment, was like, "Big Jeff, you're closing and you last." So I'm like, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah." So it was at a big theater, like the Kodak Theater. It was a nice place. So I'm sitting downstairs. They had drinks and food all over the place, and all these tables, they had just food up their ass. And he's like, "Go ahead, help yourself, Big Jack." I said, "No, I'm cool. I'm just sitting, I'm relaxing, listening to music, watching people perform. You know, I was having a good time." Little homeboy was there with me. I bring him on stage with me so people can see him. I introduce him to the crowd. And then, I know San Bernardino's poor, you know, ain't nobody got no money. So after I finished performing, you know, I dished out 50, 60 CDs, gave them to the crowd, told everybody who wants a Big Jeff 187 CD free on me. I had everybody running to the stage, you know what I'm saying? That's what I did. I was just tossing them out. People were looking at me like, this fool's crazy.
And that's one of the points, though, for real, that most people might look at that and say, man, he ain't giving away his CD, he ain't making no money off of it. But I tell you what, that's a great promotional tactic that you just did there. Because I tell you this, I'll press up 100 T-shirts and give them out for free. You know, just pass them out to people. That's a great way to promote yourself. But then again, I think that right there, like you said, sometimes ain't nobody trying to give you something. So when you definitely promote the record that way, man, it's definitely going to draw some people to say, hey, you know what? Big Jeff is all right. He hooked me up with a CD. You know what I mean? And they're going to play that thing and promote it, bro.
Hell yeah.
The next person that don't know about it now is going to say, yeah, definitely. That's when I seen him do his show, and that's when I seen him get down, and I got a CD. You know, and that's how that works. So let me ask you this, Jeff. As far as this record's concerned, which was a hot single that you're promoting right now?
Probably that Corporate Policy song for Cocaine.
Okay, the Corporate Policy?
Yeah, and there's another one, Hustlers Players West Coast G's. That's the one that has Sly Boogie on there. That one's pretty hot. There's another one on there, Step Up Remix.
Okay.
That one's hard right there, you know.
Man, we're getting phone calls for Jeff already, man. That's what's up.
Step Up Remix, that one's hard right there.
So let me ask you this.
They
What?
play that out there on the radio, and my homeboy has a radio station, and you know,
Okay.
Miracle West Entertainment, Mike C. You know, he's a producer, and he's an artist. He's a CEO, but he, you know, when I went to perform there, I gave him a CD, you know, and now he's playing my stuff over there, you know. So that's cool.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Talk a little bit about track 17, Corporate Policy, man. What's the track about? Who came up with the concept? And what is it all about? Just so people know.
That track right there is just about us, the group Corporate Policy. We're just introducing ourselves to everybody.
Okay.
And I hollered at Cocaine. I had this hook. I wrote the hook, but I can't sing no hooks. So Cocaine said, "Send me the track." I sent him the track. He said, "I got you. Don't worry about it." Laced it up for me. And I was like, yeah, I'm feeling that, you know. So just like a little introduction of the whole group.
Yeah.
That's what that track's about.
You know what? I'm playing your CD in the background. DJ, go to track 17. Let's check it out. Official Big Jeff 187 at 5150 Recording Studios in
Right, baby.
Oxnard, California. That's how we do it. From San Bernardino all the way to 805 Oxnard.
Oh yeah, baby, happy traveling.
That's what's up.
Happy traveling.
Artists investing in